All right, so in this video, I want to uncover everything that I do to get new recruiting clients. I'm going to walk you through the process that I use on the front end as far as business development, how I try to get new recruiting clients, get engagement, get conversation going in the hopes to drive them to an intro call, then discovery call, then proposal stage, then closure. But in addition to that, there's a bonus here in this video. So please stay till the end because you're going to want to see this. Most recruiters don't ever use this technique on the nurture follow-up side of the front end sale. What I mean by that is you take certain steps to get a recruiting client in the first week that maybe don't work, right? You don't hear back. But we can't forget about that prospect. And we have to make sure that we have good follow-up and nurture plans in place to capture this client's attention. So there's one specific nurture step that I incorporated into my recruiting business 2 years ago that converted at a really high level. And it was the one step where I got most responses from cold prospects through my automated sequences. I'm going to show you how this works, how you can use it as well. And it ties in with the applicant tracking system that we use. And I'll also bring the curtain back and show you that. So I'm going to start a series on my YouTube channel here, basically geared just towards the ATS CRM system that we use for our recruiting business and that our members at Recruitemy use, and you can use it as well. All right, so let's go ahead and dive into it. So the best way that I get recruiting clients is a heavy dose of Sales Navigator, LinkedIn, Recruitemy Leadcast, Dub video, right? That's the 3 steps that I take at scale to get my sales pipeline moving in the right direction. Now, quick preview of that. So in Sales Navigator, for those of you that have never used Sales Navigator, definitely get it. Under $100 a month. Opens up all kinds of access to contact information for hiring managers, allows you to directly message them, etc. That's a whole nother video. But what we do is come in here and do a pretty sophisticated Boolean search for a targeted list of hiring managers that I want to prospect and basically create conversations with and fill up my sales pipeline. So I go through all these parameters right here. Pretty much we'll get a result here, a search result of maybe 1,000 people that I want to target, right? So this is just an example of what the page looks like, not my actual search result. So then what I do is copy this URL and I jump into our proprietary tool called Recruitemy Leadcast, which is what you're looking at right here. I'm going to bring up one of our members, Matt Giovannitti, who has not had to even go after a nurture follow-up campaign to get new recruiting clients because his front end sales technique has been so dialed in with his recruiting niche. So as you can see right here, I'll go into Matt's account. You move my face over here. And we fired up a hiring manager campaign in his niche to about 409 targeted prospects. And I want to show you some of the results that he's getting and the responses that he's getting. These are just literally cold prospects, C-level people that he's been prospecting through our automated tool here, through artificial intelligence. And as I scroll down, you'll see all the messages that he's receiving. So let's go ahead and click on, for example, here's Rob. So we wrote to Rob as an automated sequence here. Hi, Rob, I'm representing a VP within renewable energy. Can I share a digital portfolio with you? And he writes back, yes, please. Here's Heather, another president and CEO of this company. Same message. He writes back, sure. Here's Eduardo. Same message. Sure. This is incredible, guys. These are CEOs, presidents, co-founders of companies that are responding to our automated message through Recruitemy Leadcast, through Sales Navigator, while Matt is playing golf because he's an avid golf player. He's getting calendar bookings with these high-level hiring managers to sell the candidate that he has. Okay, so that's a quick preview of the sales system that I use, that my members use, Sales Navigator into Recruitemy Leadcast. And I'll show you the sequence that we set up, which is really simple. So I'll click on this. Let me show you the message sequence that we send out. I'll go to steps. Let me scroll down. We're able to collect their contact information by clicking this button. And then literally, let me go up here. I'll click on this box. We invite them to connect. We send this message out when we have a candidate. Hi, first name. It auto-populates the person's first name automatically. Simple message there. And then we hit boost invite to connect to bypass the 100 connection request rule and guideline that LinkedIn puts in place. We're able to get like 70 connections a day through this feature. And that's it, guys. And we fire it out, hit go, and it goes out to all 409 prospects. So that's pretty simple there. Now, moving right along here, the way that Matt, myself, my members reach out to prospects is through Dub. There's going to be a link below for you to get Dub. You can save 50% in the first month if you use my promo code and link there. but I'm not here to promote Dub. I'm here to tell you the system that I use to get clients, right? So Sales Navigator, Recruitemy Leadcast, and then we shoot a one-on-one personalized video. One of my members, Derek Harrison, that you see right here, has done an absolute fantastic job with his branding and image using Dub. This is his video page that he has set up. Amazing camera quality, great branding background. And Derek targets the engineering field. So he's got some call to actions right here, a bio on himself, his company, and then the prospect is able to book a call with him on his automated calendar down here, which happens a lot. So he's got some great features here, really good looking page. And we send this out to our first degree connections. The message typically goes like this: hey, Mr. Manager, Russell Liebowitz here with ConnectGen. I see that we're now first degree connections on LinkedIn. Let me get right to the point. I'm different than most recruiters because I don't work off job boards. I don't sling resumes over to you. I've got a very unique situation. I'm representing an A-player passive candidate who I've been building a relationship with over the past few weeks or months. The timing could not be better. And I've attached their digital portfolio below. So time out. You go ahead and make this call to action right here called digital portfolio, right here. And when the prospect clicks on this, it opens up their most placeable candidate page, which I'll show you here in a second. So back to the role play. Go ahead and click on their digital portfolio below. You get a deeper insight into what they're doing right now at their company, how they're meeting and exceeding company objectives, and what they're looking to do as they advance forward in their career. My calendar is below, Mr. Manager. I made your life easy. After you view our candidate's digital portfolio, go ahead and book a time with me. I can give you more details on this candidate because it is a confidential search that we're doing for this particular candidate. As you know, they're employed right now. I hope you respect that, but I have no problem telling you who it is, and we can get further in that process once we meet. Calendar's below. Go ahead and book with me. I look forward to meeting with you. Gist of the video right there, and that converts at a high level, okay? So the page that I'm referring to, NPC page, which you've probably seen before in my videos, I'm trying to move fast here, guys, would be NPC demo page. That page would look like this, which we create for all of our candidates. This gets a really high conversion. So you basically, instead of sending a resume out, this is what you do. You send a digital portfolio out that you have taken time to work on. You include a video of the candidate right here talking about what they're doing right now, how they can add value to the opportunity. And these pages help you get to that intro call with a new client. All right, awesome. So all that's great. That's the front end. It works really well. It's better than cold email, better than cold calling, better than knocking on doors. But what I really want to touch on today is the nurture steps, the follow-up. What happens when these managers don't get back to us through that process? What do we do? Well, we can't forget about them. And there's one specific nurture step that converted at a really high level for me. I think it was actually, 2 years ago. And what we've done is we're continuing to use this landing page, okay? It's called a landing page, a sales page. For any of you watching right now who have not heard that term before, landing page or sales page, I'm sure you've seen plenty of them. It's like a website, but it's a one-page website where you have your offer on there, your value, maybe some testimonials, and a call to action. It's not a normal website where you have buttons up top, a menu button to go to, view about us or different options, right? It's not your traditional web page. It's an actual just one-page sales promotion, right? So that's what we do here is we create these landing pages. I'm going to give you an example of one that I created that I still use and that you can use as well, because we've created templates in here where we can simply just go ahead and paste it over to your CRM or ATS that you'll use with us. It's under the sites page, okay? And again, this is so simple to create. We've already had the templates here for you. All you would need to do is jump into this landing page right here, which we've already created for you. If you want to make any changes, you can do that, but it's really set up in a great way. Making changes on these pages is very simple. It's literally a drag and a drop and a click. All right, so let me go out to the actual page and I'll show you what it looks like and give you a feel for what this landing page is and why it converted so well. All right, perfect. So what I go after is getting that retained search, the performance-based search. I want to collect a payment up front from my client before I ever start spending 1 minute on their business. I'm no longer working for free. I'm no longer trusting companies out there that they're going to follow through with their promises. I've been burnt way too many times and I cannot operate that way anymore. So if you're going to work with me, you're going to pay me a fee up front and you're going to pay me another fee when I find you candidates. And the final fee is going to be due when my candidate starts working with you. That's how it's going to work. Take it or leave it, right? So this landing page right here speaks against the contingency model, and it opens up the hiring manager's eyes to what really happens when recruiters work for free, right? So at most recruiting firms, you are nothing more than a number on a whiteboard. And what do I mean by that? So if you ever worked in recruiting, if you work for a recruiting agency, you guys know that these recruiters are incentivized just to get job recs, not even to fill them. When they come to work on Monday morning and they're in their meeting in the morning, their job requisition meeting, and they're talking about how they just, got a new job last week. They feel good about it. They get praised by their boss, but really, who cares? Like, that doesn't mean anything for the client because you're just another number on the whiteboard. There's no guarantee that recruiter is going to work on your business that day. If another piece of business comes across their desk on Tuesday that's paying them more, guess what? You're on the back burner. So what I do is I open their eyes to that process and what really happens when they're working with a free recruiter, because they're never going to know that. They don't have the inside view to what recruiting agencies really do. But guess what? I do. And I'm ready to expose them. Okay. And I'm going to show these clients why, when you pay a fee up front, it's so much better for you because you are the priority. And if you're tired of getting B and C level candidates, then you know what? Go into your pocket, pay a little money, make the investment, because it's going to be worth it in the long run to have somebody sitting in that seat who's making you millions of dollars. And this landing page speaks to that. Now, the video is not on here right now, but what I did is basically came on video and spoke against the free contingency recruiting model, why it's a broken model, what they really don't know behind the curtain. And then I explained to them why performance-based search is so much better. So that's the gist of that video right there. Put a little more value add, put my calendar below here for them to book with me. And every week I got bookings. People were curious to know more about this model and how it can work. So if you're not incorporating landing pages or sales pages like this into your nurture steps, I'd recommend having 3 or 4 of these on different topics, right? So think about something within your recruiting niche that you could educate your hiring managers on that they're not familiar with, right? Maybe a piece of technology, maybe something about how they can retain employees better. Something of value that you can give to these prospects is going to result in them wanting to book with you, you becoming an authority figure within your niche, and it really separates you from most recruiters that you're competing with. It did for me, and it does for so many of my members, all right? So going back to the CRM that we have, the ATS, we also create these funnels here. Once you join Recruitemy, you have access to these templates and funnels. We literally drag and drop them into your ATS system, and you can edit them as you please. We also have the ability to create websites for you, and you'll have websites back here that you can choose from if you're just starting out. I know most people do need websites. So we're going to have templates back here that you can look at. That's a whole nother video. But again, guys, the landing page, sales page system formula is different. It works. And I would highly encourage you to put it into your recruiting business. Thanks, guys.